Our next presenter is from Ropack Pharma Solutions. Joining us is Chris Vunasis, Head of Commercial Operations. Ropack Pharma Solutions is based in Montreal, Canada, and they're a leading CDMO with nearly 50 years of expertise in solid oral dose manufacturing. They offer powder blending, encapsulation, tablet compression, and diverse packaging, from bottles and sachets to blisters and kit assembly. For clinical trials, they provide full support from warehousing to returns. Welcome, Chris.
Thanks, Barry. So thanks everyone for joining a small molecule capacity update for this month, October 2025. As Perry mentioned, I actually did a great job presenting who Ropack Pharma Solutions is. I'm Chris Vunasis. I'm going to give you guys a high-level overview of who Ropack is, what are our capabilities, touch a little upon available capacity, and also just give everyone a little bit of a flavor on some of our recent investments and where we're heading in the future. So as Perry mentioned, we're a CMO. We're focused on solid oral dose. We have been around since 1976. So next year is actually a pretty big year for us. We'll be celebrating our 50 years. We've fostered a culture of continuous improvement since 1976. So we're about over 350 employees today at Ropack. And as Perry mentioned, we are located in Montreal, Canada, but we do business worldwide. So there's a little icon here on the right. Rather than you guys listening to me for 3 minutes talk about who Ropack is, we wanted to give you a little bit of a look and feel of Ropack and play you a short video on who we are. And I'll be right back after this video.
Ropack Pharma Solutions is your CMO partner for solid oral dosage manufacturing, primary and secondary packaging, and clinical trial services, located in Montreal, Canada.
I found this company in 1976, buying 2 old sugar pouch machines.
And now, after 50 years, Ropack remains a family-owned organization, producing on 35 lines of production, on 250,000 square feet of space, across 4 facilities. With a team of 350 employees, we specialize in solid oral dosage form for pharmaceutical, nutraceutical, and food products, serving clients across North America, Western Europe, and beyond.
We offer top-tier manufacturing services supported by our in-house laboratory. Our key offerings include dry blending powders, encapsulation, and tablet compression. We also provide primary and secondary packaging solutions such as bottling, including flip-top vials of tablets, capsules, and powders, cold-formed and thermoformed blister packaging, including thermosealed folding wallet cards, sachets of various sizes, including stick packs. We do all this as per all government and health authorities' guidelines, which mean we continue to remain at the forefront of all country specifications, such as serialization and 2D coding. Complementing our commercial expertise, Ropack also offers clinical trial support services within Canada. Our facilities includes 35 Class 100,000 clean rooms, which are humidity and temperature controlled, CGMP compliant, FDA inspected, and Health Canada certified.
Here at Ropack, we're solutions driven. Our teams are focused on continuous improvement, and we pride ourselves on our flexibility, which helps build strong, collaborative partnerships with our clients. Working skillfully together through multidisciplinary teams, we achieve project milestones no one thought possible. Our foundations are solid, our passion is contagious, and we can't wait to shape the next 50 years together, continuing to help bring key medications to patients worldwide.
Let us partner with you and help bring your vision to life.
Hope everyone enjoyed the video. Thank you for that. Just to recap, we are a privately held organization, family owned. We have 4 production plants within a 1-mile range, as we saw, and we adhere to all industry specifications. And, over and above that, we're very, very focused as an organization. So we don't have any of our own products. We're not in competition with any of our clients, nor do we have plans ever to be. And the next line here on this slide says, we are a strategic extension of your production lines. That's not something that we just came up with in a vacuum. It's something that our customers over the last 50 years have been telling us. So it's something we pride ourselves upon, and I think it's the definition of a true partnership. So when you look at CMOs, in many instances, they're considered a supplier. We are proud to say we have partnered and are partners with all of our customers, from small, medium, large pharma. And as you saw in the video, we also cover other market segments such as in nutraceuticals and food. Our capabilities overview, I think the video will do a better job than I'm going to do on the next few slides, but I'll give it a go. Starting off early in the product cycle, we support clinical trial through many services. We create blinded clinical trial materials. We can do over-encapsulation, randomization, labeling, and packaging. We also provide storage, room temp, cold storage, and we've recently added frozen storage up to -80, which, as our industry evolves, there's more and more demand for frozen storage. And we, of course, handle all distribution, returns, and any destruction necessary. So really all of the logistics that are involved in running a clinical trial within Canada, Ropack has the solutions for you. Moving on to the next cycle, I would say tech transfer and scale up. We have an expert team in process transfer and development and scale up. So we can take, small clinical batches that we may be running. And it's a bit of an advantage to do it all in-house, because obviously we know how to scale up to commercial quantities. We offer analytical method transfer, commercial batch process validation. In terms of manufacturing, we source raw materials, we do powder blending, tablet compression, encapsulation, and we also have an in-house analytical and microbial laboratory. So this is something that we've recently invested in. It's FDA Health Canada approved. And on the manufacturing side, I'd like to say, coupled with the packaging side, over the past 50 years, we've developed a little bit of a niche in handling powders. So when it comes to, blending powders, packaging powders in different formats, I think that's where Ropack was born 50 years ago. And that's where we continue to lead and be at the forefront in terms of our capabilities. Packaging wise, obviously we source a great deal of packaging materials, everything from bottles for our bottling business, including CSP vials actually is something we have lines dedicated for. We also do blistering. Again, very flexible in terms of blistering. We can do low clinical runs to very, very high volume runs. So we have a fully integrated blistering line, which does everything from the blister to the case packing and integrated serialization as well. Sachets is where the company was born. So we handle sachets anything from 2 grams to 150 grams, even higher. That sachet expertise, I would say, really helped Ropack evolve into stick packs. Stick packs is a consumer package that is very sought after these days and is a growing market. And you'll see in some of our recent investments, we've beefed up our capabilities in terms of stick packs as well. Pharmaceutical kit assembly, again, this is something, we're talking small molecule today, but is also pertinent for large molecule, depending on, what the requirements are. And of course, when it comes to serialization, 2D coding, any coding, we're at the forefront of that as well. Diving into our manufacturing capabilities a little more. So powder blending, we have 5 lines. We do small scale and large scale. Tablet compression, we have 1 line right now. We do small scale. We don't do large scale just yet. And you'll see in our future investments, this is in our strategic plan. But for now, we, in terms of tablet compression, do single layer direct compression only. So we do not have fluid beds or granulators within our facility just yet. Encapsulation, we have 2 encapsulation lines, and over encapsulation, we have 1 line. Again, this is mainly small scale for clinical. Diving into our packaging capabilities, we have 6 bottle lines, 7 blister lines. Again, both the bottle and the blister and the 6 sachet lines are very, very flexible. We can do low volume runs to extremely high volume runs, so both small scale and large scale. In terms of stick pack, you'll see the number of lines there is 3. We had 1, and we've recently just added 2 more. So again, the flexibility that we have in sachet, blisters, and bottles to do small and very large runs, we previously did not have in the stick pack packaging capability. So we had a very high speed 10 lane machine, and we've recently added 2 other, I would say, medium size stick packs to be very flexible in both in terms of fill weight and in terms of just the stick pack dimensions. Where does this leave us in terms of available capacity? So we kind of did a more than 50%, less than 50% ballpark. Obviously, if you're interested, I think it warrants the discussion on any one of these technologies in terms of our manufacturing and packaging. If you look at blisters, we have more than 50% capacity. Bottles is always something that we're continuing to add capacity in. We've recently invested as well in improving 2 of our bottling lines, and 2 more are set to be further improved to continue to give us more than 50% capacity. Sachets, we are also at more than 50%. Stick packs, this is where we've recently integrated 2 new lines. So you'll see we have more capacity coming in Q2 of 2026. And again, as far as encapsulation and tablet compression, plenty of capacity there for any of your requirements. So I'm just going to close it off maybe with some recent investments and some future investments coming. So our recent investments, addition of new refrigerated storage for controlled substances. So obviously we're seeing in the market more and more demand for controlled substances. Some of these need to be temperature controlled. So we do have vaults at Ropack. Now we have refrigerated storage within those vaults. So if that's something that you're interested in, this is a recently added capability. I mentioned previously the additional frozen storage capacity, both at -20 and -80. Tablet compression also recently added. Our new lab also recently added. And I just touched on the 2 new stick pack machines that we have just brought online. Where is Ropack heading in the future? Sky's the limit. We're a very entrepreneurial organization. Hang on. Here we go. Very entrepreneurial organization. I think our CAGR is well within the double digits in the past 5 years. So we continue to add capacity. We continue to add services. We continue to expand our customer footprint and grow both with our existing customers, some of them who have been around with us for over 40 years, while adding new customers on a year-over-year basis that are really a fit, not only from a technology perspective, but also a fit from a cultural perspective. Again, just to go back, we're not looking for a customer supplier type of relationship. We're really looking for a partnership. This has been the bread and butter of Ropack's success. So why change the recipe? So in the future, we're adding expanded capacity both in tablet compression. So we are looking into adding granulation and coating. We're also have a big focus as we are celebrating our 50 years to be more responsible from a sustainability first initiative and through eco packaging. We've been around for 50 years. The world has evolved tremendously in that half century, and the next half century is slated to evolve even quicker. So we want to make sure that we're environmentally conscious of the impact that we're having in terms of the well-being of our communities, the well-being of our planet as well. And we want to leverage technology. So again, we've fostered a culture of continuous improvement. That continuous improvement now is translating into further manufacturing and packaging automation, including AI. And if I were to summarize what our customers have been telling us for the past 50 years, Ropack is your solid oral dose CMO. We offer the reliability you trust, the flexibility you need, and the quality you count on. And those three words have come out in annual customer surveys that we do with our customers. It's really the definition of who Ropack is. That's it, Barry. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chris. Yeah, great presentation. Can you talk a little bit about onboarding? That's always a critical stage. Valuable time can be lost. How do you do it? And can you talk about timelines and how the operations work?
Great question, Perry. I think I have 5 minutes left, so I'll try and keep it brief. I think onboarding begins with the evaluation process. As I mentioned, we're not looking for a supplier customer type of relationship. We're looking for a partnership. So at Ropack, we do like to take a little more time upfront to properly evaluate a project. And we do it for a couple of reasons. Number one, we need to offer value in every project that we take on. In order to offer that value, we need to understand, can we do it? And if we can do it, how can we do it? And obviously at what price? So when we're in the evaluation process, when we commit to, answering an RFP, we commit to a certain price, volume, et cetera, we know that, we can execute this project. And from there, the onboarding process is really simple. We are flexible. We can adapt to what our customers' team looks like. Again, it's a partnership. We have dedicated project managers at Ropack. We have dedicated account managers at Ropack. We have a whole quality tech transfer. So from a Ropack resource perspective, we offer the resources that are required. And then it comes down to, how are we managing the project? What's the project governance? So, do we have one point of contact at our customer, or do we have a whole team? And then we look at that governance and we agree on who the team is on both sides. And that really, really, really helps the onboarding process and the success of the project. So, and in terms of timelines, again, I've been at Ropack now for just over 6 years, I would say. I think on the Ropack side, speed and flexibility is something that we're very, very good at. And oftentimes we can only go as fast as our partner, as fast as our customer. So there have been occasions where, we need to hit a project deadline. It's a shared project deadline. We've even dropped project managers into a customer's facility to help move things along where they are required. Resources are tight across the board for every organization. So proper project governance really makes sure that you get a project delivered on time.
You had a great chart. I really like your chart that greater than, less than capacity, and clearly that provides flexibility for you and your clients. But Can you talk a little bit more? You mentioned it again, but like, what's the secret ingredient at Ropack that delivers flexibility?
I think it's we take every project to heart and we are invested in it fully. And I think that's probably the secret ingredient. If you walk around Ropack, whether I walk around, whether the president walks around, everybody knows everybody from the production floor all the way up to the leadership team. It's a very tight-knit organization. And I think that really is part of the secret sauce, if you will, or part of the recipe. And again, without divulging more, it would be a pleasure to kind of have a discussion with anyone that's interested in our services and really come see and have a feel. It'd be a pleasure to host anyone in our facilities. I think you'll get a good idea of what we're capable of.
Yeah. We have a question on how you define small scale and large scale. Or can you address that now very quickly? We have about less than a minute.
Yeah, I would say in manufacturing, it depends, your blend size. Are we doing, 1,500 kilo blends in bin blenders and running it in campaigns for really large scale manufacturing? Or are we using, a 250 liter ribbon blender, for example, which would be more a small scale capacity. And, the kilos depend on your product density. In terms of packaging, really depends on technology. But, if we take a blister line, for example, our high speed line will do, minimum, 500,000 blisters a run, whereas a really small and flexible line might be doing 5,000 blisters.
Okay, great stuff. Really interesting things happening at Ropack. Thank you for being with us today, Chris. Chris Vunassis from Ropack Pharma Solutions.
Thanks, everyone.